Alright, well, hello everyone. Thank you for tuning into today's particular video. The usual introduction of, random things that I usually say, but I'm not gonna say it this time. It's interesting to see how I'm able to make amends through light, and I promise I am not on anything except just a bit drunk. And usually when it's cold and freezing the hell out here, usually when I make videos, through being drunk, I'm able to open the conscious third eye, if you will. And oh God, the light is blinding. If you're any kind of human being, alcohol is never really particularly a positive thing for you. And by any means, just to clarify, I am not an alcoholic. Honestly, sometimes I hide behind a veil for an illusion, for a mask. Facade, if you will. I attempt so much to be positive. I try my best to be optimistic in my life and be happy, to feel complete, and often I chase shadows. I try to find a purpose in my own happiness and try to build my legacy. You have to believe in yourself. You have to hunt after your own light, and be positive. There's so many people in my life that constantly judge me for who I am, and needless to say, they never believe in you for anything you do. I cannot say it enough, but it takes an endless amount of work, a lot of work, to creating videos, and just never ending. I'm grateful having on top of that a regular job and staying on top of bills, and within a year within 1 year of building up a credit score of 700. I don't know if that's irrelevant to this video, but it's just, I'm a realist, brutally honest, as I always will be, and forever will remain so. Within a week of getting approved for an FHA loan for a house. It's a lot to consider and be proud of. In life, in human existence, you either choose to sink or swim. And often I think of dying. I think of putting myself out of my own misery. No matter how hard I try, and you know, like these videos and everything I do is not gonna upload and edit itself, and I'm the only one that's got to do it, because I'm the one that places a faith of myself within myself. There are only a handful of certain few select people in my life that I place all my faith and reimbursement upon. I feed myself to the wolves. In a sense, I honestly, God, just try my best in everything I do. Sometimes there's not enough people that actually show me a positive reimbursement and support or faith, and that derives belittlement or a lack of judgment, a lack of faith. Opening the consciousness of my third eye, I begin to realize the unraveling. It's sad to say my own wife never believes in me much. My first ex just ruined her, betrayed me of my trust. I was so much in love. Just as in my videos, I devote so much of my passion and fire in pure devotion. I'll never get that back. I'm sitting out here, and the only light emitted upon me is the light derived from the camera. I mean, from the phone. Otherwise, it's just standing here in the middle of the forest with wolves and everything around. And I cannot see anything out, because darkness is where I truly belong. I've been blinded by this fucking light so much of my life. I thought my optimism and faith bestowed upon others would bring me a sense of clarity or completion or happiness. If I make myself miserable, I have to believe in myself. I have to find that validation within the emptiness. Breathing the air has become intoxicating after a while. I've always envisioned a successful light that my videos would actually help me travel far in the journey of life itself, and help me to encompass the nature of the future, and help to ultimately find success with inside of it. And I never intend to sound like melodramatic or anything of nature, but for people who share the macabre and like-mindedness and interests, they understand what I speak of. They understand what I feel and what I think of, my thought process. It's a struggle just to breathe the air, let alone to push out as much videos as I do every single day of my life and stay passionate and optimistic while in the same perspective. And to close your eyes in the darkness so much where the light is barely visible. But then when you are willing, you find yourself always to be a balance. You open your eyes to the light, and after a while, it in itself is never blinding, but it becomes a natural part of you. Your eyes are actually immune to light, and you find yourself to navigate through the darkness. One day soon, when I'm dead, when I'm fucking gone, the world itself don't have to worry about me any longer. It appears that to the majority of people, I'm just an empty vessel, a shell of traveling in nothingness. And I'm often blamed for not being there enough for others when I try so desperately and fight like a struggle. Tear out my own spinal cord, my own eyes, just to be there for those who are always there for me. And I have so many regrets in my life. One of them is not being I always try to fight like hell to be there for others. And I know a few people in my life who I disappointed. Jamie, Charlie in my life, and among a few people, but I'm not a saint by any means. I'm a sinner, just like natural born sinner, just like everyone else. To have others placed upon a pedestal, believe they're somehow so much more godlike or better than I am. Superiority complex taking over their minds. A blame of the corruption. Just disrespectful and disregarding, inconsiderate. I see certain things. I struggle like hell to keep myself upright and balanced in the light. I always promoted idealism and a philosophy of how to embrace your nature, which the name itself given the implication of how to find your balance. And the beauty within the macabre. I had some glasses of red wine, but so forgive me. I thank you everyone for all of your positive support. I truly appreciate it. More than you know. But I'm grateful. I bent over backwards every day of my life. I scraped my knuckles and scraped the edges of my fucking spine just to create videos and helped inspire to change the world around me. Nobody cares about you unless you're popular, dead, or rich, it appears. I digress. See ya.